Am I doing it bad?
Very bad. Improve.
Would she get fired?
Yes. I would not.
Bethany and I both sort of been in the same musical circles now for so long. And then finally we met through a mutual friend, and it's been incredible.
I've always respected Alexis as an artist even before we were friends. We are very passionate about the same things. When she approached me about doing this, I was like, sure.
I founded a blog with my partner, Jessica Asaf. We call it Beauty Lies Truth. It promotes healthy, sustainable skincare and beauty products. And when Jessica and I launched the blog, it was our dream to travel to Ghana and really dive into the economy of SHEA and the natural beauty industry. SHEA has always been a cornerstone ingredient in an alternative skincare beauty movement. I'm interested to see and learn the story of how SHEA comes to be.
We are going to the Vintin, where my group that I work with, the women who produce the SHEA butter for my company.
Elle Agbe. Agbe is 20 years officially this year.
What does that mean?
God is alive.
What I find most inspiring about natural beauty is helping women make the connections and realize that what they put on their skin is as important as what they're putting in their bodies.
But it's also just exciting to get to try all sorts of fun avocado face masks and stuff. You're like, I get to put avocado on my face and eat it? That's awesome.
Today is going to be a big day just as far as learning things that I don't know. Really just about the process of how something that we use every day on our skin is actually made.
Rooster, get out of the way.
Thank you.
Thank you. I've always considered myself a feminist, so when Alexis explained to me what women were doing here, that was really where my interest was really sparked.
Thank you for having us. We're very excited. Hi, I'm Bethany. It's so nice to meet you. Susie.
I'm interested to see what goes into the production of pure shea butter. Is it a sustainable process? What does it look like on the ground?
So you put
Pour
more water on it?
Yeah.
If I do it wrong, just yell at me. And so this creams them.
After picking it, you wash it and then you crack it this way.
Georgina, you can already see how there's oil is being released to get the butter.
This one is vanilla. When you want to cool fast, add a little water and you put it down. Then we go to the kneading stage. Women in the North here have the skill in making shea butter, but it's poverty that constrains them. But the most important thing to us is for the women to be able to sell butter frequently and make money.
How long did it take her to get it from looking like that to looking like that?
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Okay, don't laugh. 1, 2, push.
Thank you. So the butter goes in there?
Yeah. Then the oil is below it.
And the oil will be white?
Yeah.
Okay. Final stage.
Yeah.
How long does the process take to create the finished product? From start to finish?
3 days.
3 days.
3 days.
Yes.
Wow, okay.
Wow. This is a very intricate process. It's so good.
In the northern context, when you're so happy about something, you make
This is my mentor, Mr. Kweku Edu-Mensah, the former general manager of Ghana Export Promotion Council.
Unfortunately for shea nuts, it yields in the wild and is bearing fruit, not in protected plantations.
Why have there been obstacles to taking wild shea trees and planting them?
The shea tree was sacred.
Right.
We tried in the 90s, late 90s, to try to see whether we could crop the shea tree. It was difficult getting people to pick the seedling because there was a belief that he who plants the shea tree dies before the tree fruits. What the women are doing is to pick the collection from the wild tree.
So let's go to the bush. So these are the shea trees. When it fruits, it just falls here and the women
collect it?
They collect it.
You have to get up at 4 a.m. to go for it because it is competitive. It's not at one place. You have to pick here, move to the other tree and pick, move to the other tree and pick, move to the other tree. That is where we pay our children's school fees. That is why we send our children to hospital. That's where we feed from. And so because we get up very early, that is why it is risky. Well, that time you may not be able to see the snake.
Do you know women who have been injured working?
Yes, a lot.
And do you have any type of lights that you can bring with you?
No.
You just pick by faith. Nothing will happen to you. So when you go with a prayer, you are strong enough to pick.
When they were not working as a group, going out to pick as a group, they're even raped.
People are raped out here when they come
Because,
to pick because they're not protected.
Exactly. If there's only one woman here at 4 a.m., there's nobody to help you. You scream, you are helpless.
What do you want to see differently? And if you could say, like, help me get this, what would it be?
There is a fair trade. It can change so many lives. If the users or the buyers there are able to support us, it will make the work very easy for us.
It's hard for me to imagine living like the women that we met in Tamalele. Just the amount of work that it takes, one, to get to work and just access to water, access to facilities. When we were out in the bush looking at the shade trees and just saying like, okay, how do you get people to provide security so that when women go out at 4 a.m, they're not getting raped? Like, how do you get...
really an intense thing when she said that.
Yeah.
It's grown now to a point where the women are going in groups, so they are
protecting each other. It's overwhelming. Georgina said fair trade was really the only way to make the shea market sustainable in Ghana. After seeing how hard the women work and how little they have to work with, we wanted to learn more about how fair trade could help them.
Fair trade is a better way of trading and then empowerment of women. And with this product that you are seeing, one of the principles is that providing payment to the women in a fair way, providing maternity leave, and then working 8 hours in a day.
Right. Okay.
And then no child labor. We do this by selling handmade products of the highest quality.
This is a trading society. Nothing really is manufactured in Ghana, so there isn't like new wealth being created here. It's all just trading income, and so that's why it's hard for Ghana to get ahead. We're actually creating wealth within Ghana and exporting it, which actually brings new money back into Ghana. Mm-hmm. The hardest part was finding the markets. The women know what they're doing, and they know how to run a business. They just need the opportunity.
It gives me hope to meet women like you and to see that, like, you really can make a difference.
I really appreciate that.
That is just like, thank you so much.
Honestly, going in there, I just left even more passionate about fair trade and about why we're here, and pointing out the fact that, yes, there's a lot of broken crap in the system, but there are ways to work around it, and there are ways to come out of dire situations, you know, shining as this like beacon of the right way to do things. The thing that is most compelling for the American consumer is not just the quality of the product, but the story behind it. And that's one of the things the blog is always trying to do, is educate people. This facility is where you actually take the raw shea, process it, and package it. And this is really where your skills as an entrepreneur come into play.
Packaging is something that attracts markets. I believe in exporting the finished product, not the raw product, because that creates more jobs.
Right.
Because I still engage more people to work on the product. That's my daughter.
This is your daughter?
Yeah. So the production.
So nice to meet you. Family business.
Yeah.
So you make soap. That's rosemary essential oil that's now going into the soap base. Here's the bar of soap. It's so nice. Package it with, so this is 100%
Clean.
sustainable,
Yes.
recycled
Yes.
packaging. Produced in Ghana. So here you have something being produced in Ghana, being recycled, and then used to package something that's also produced in Ghana. Doesn't get more sustainable than that. The thing that I was so appreciative as a foreigner, like I don't belong in northern Ghana, meeting these women and probing into their lives, but the hospitality was a genuine eagerness on their part to show us what they're proud of, and also to be real with us and show us what they're struggling with.
These cooperatives that they're harvesting this shea butter in is really like a community for women. They're empowering one another and they're providing safety for each other.
After we went and we physically stirred shea butter, and like our forearms after 2 minutes were like so sore. It really just like sparked something in us.
That's when Bethany and I were like, how can we get the shea butter into the hands of women that we think will like it? The power and influence that Best Coast has, coupled with Sleigh Bells and then coupled with Beauty Lies Truth, and the relationships that we have with female entrepreneurs in the States, like there is a home for these women's products. And I think as consumers, we need to know the story behind our products.
No offense to any of the people that I've ever done meaningful things with, but you don't compare
Ghana
to coming
wins.
You don't compare to coming to Ghana and getting to experience incredible things like we did. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
This is my #1 priority, and I know it will take a lot of time, and I said, I'm ready. And I said, Comfort, are you ready?
This is just one stepping stone in ultimately something that I really want to grow.